Y'all use Stay Flow in St. Louis? Y'all did?
Do we? No, we don't.
I gotta see.
Bro, the Stay Flow. So Stay Flow is like
starch.
It's like a starch.
Okay.
But
I feel
it
like
was
look it up, y'all. Look it up.
Blue. I think it's blue.
Okay, blue
Used to be
and
blue. And you have to you got to put it on the jeans and you kind of iron the jeans out, but it would develop this crispy white substance on your jeans, but your jeans would be so like
they can stand up.
Yeah, on them cells.
They were standing on business.
Yo, for real though. Like the crease the crease could almost, it was like a razor blade crease. Like if you need your bread cut, you take your jeans crease and cut it. Right. And then you go to JCPenney's, get you a pack of fresh white Stafford.
Absolutely.
We were just talking about some white tees.
Absolutely.
And a fresh KC blue, not red, not no other color. The
blue got a nice look to it.
That's a staple hat.
Yes, sir. That is
the blue.
Staple
just like
Kansas
St.
City
Louis
hat.
dudes always with that red fit. That red fit go crazy too. So I get that for sure. That's why when people ask me like, you know, with St. Louis and KC, it's very much similar in certain ways.
It's in my notes.
But it's still very much different.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. This is good. Well, without further ado, y'all see they came in and see, look, this is gonna be a beautiful episode. Y'all see, they took over. I don't even need to do much. This is why I like to get, because I'm finna learn, because I got 2 veterans in the building. Look, let's not waste no further time. Let's do this. Jonathan Little, a.k.a. John, a.k.a. Mr. I-70. And right now I'm sitting with 2 people that, you know, I learned from. You know what I mean? Because these 2 individuals, they do what I do, but on a higher level. And, you know, when you step into a space, you need to learn. You know what I mean? You got to learn what this whole thing is, you know, about speaking, you know, being a personality, communicating and things of that nature. And I thought to myself, who better to have in the building, you know, kick some game with John and make it an eventful episode. You know what I mean? You know, I got the queen in the building. You know, everybody's favorite cousin, Deona Hustle, is back.
Hey, I like that.
I got it.
Make
you know
some noise.
You know it. And then I got the big show in the building. You understand? KC's favorite son.
Yes, sir.
You know, Brian B. Shynin. And together, you understand what I'm saying? They are the host of the brand new morning show, Hustle and Shine in the Morning on 103 Jams out here in KC. Can hand clap another one, please? Yeah. That's my girl Mia. She in the background. You know what I'm saying? We just chopping
shout
up.
Shout out to Mia.
Yeah, shout out to Mia. Now, before we move forward, make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, man, because it's a whole bunch of, you know, stuff going on over here at I-70, man. We representing well. When I came up with the name, these are the individuals I got in the building. This is what I was thinking about when I started this podcast. Being from St. Louis but living in KC, it's like, Deona, you was talking about it earlier. I hope we caught it on camera. Just that bridge that could be built between the 2. You know, we similar, but we different. And it's beautiful that we different because we our own culture. Yeah. But we are cousins.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Literally.
You can't be from KC and not have no family in St. Louis and vice versa.
For sure.
It's impossible.
My brother and sister both live in St. Louis.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I mean?
I used to travel to Kansas City for my little mini vacations when I was a kid. So
yeah, I know Deona. She misses I-70. If you watch her Instagram, you'll catch her on the radio back home getting some Chinaman and you know, no time. You know what I mean? She back. She gonna go get that. Now listen.
For sure.
Here's one thing I want to ask. How did this dynamic duo form?
Man, you know, I be thinking about that too. It was really as organic as it can be. Okay. Because Deona came to the station in 19. Okay. And I've been there since 06. So
yeah, OG.
A little bit.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
So I try to, like, when somebody new comes into the building, I try to develop some sort of relationship with them. Just try to talk to them or try to, if they need anything answered or anything like that. So I think, like, I do everybody like that, but with Deona, I think Myron was telling me more about you, about, man, this girl, she asks a whole bunch of questions and she's assertive.
In a good way.
Yeah,
in a good way.
In the greatest way. That's you want your, you know, superiors to say that about you. Yeah. And so I think that's probably when I started to get closer with Deona. And then the food tours, I don't know how the food tours started.
I remember.
Go ahead, give it to her.
So On the show, well, so like you said, I got hired in 2019, but I didn't start till 2020. And really, I didn't start till February 2020, right before the pandemic.
That's crazy.
So I missed a lot of opportunities, like to be out in the community. But maybe about 21, around that time, I'm like, man, I got this brand. I'm your favorite cousin, all of this stuff, and I'm trying to bridge that gap, like you said, with the St. Louis KC. Yeah. And I'm like, man, KC always say the barbecue fire. Yeah. Big homie Brian B. Shynin, to me, is a Kansas City like landmark. And so, like, not a landmark, you're not a physical landmark, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you are one of the people that represent Kansas City, and I think do it well. So at that time, I'm like, man, like, I can't go try barbecue without Brian B. Shynin. Yeah. And so I had shot the idea to him. I'm like, yo, you know, we want to do these little food tours. I say the food fire. Like, you know, I've never tried any of these places. Right. So let's do it. And he was like, you know what?
Let's do it.
I'm rocking with it. Let's do it. And I feel like that's really what started, like, our growth and our friendship, you know, because he is like a big homie to me. Yeah. Not just Kansas City, but to me, too. So I feel like that's really, for me, that's really kind of what the start was. And then I feel like from there, we just was clicking on a bunch of other stuff. We was like, you know what? He was like, yo, D, we should do this too. And I'm like, yo, baby, we should do this too. And then it just kept going.
And then, B. Shynin, let me ask you this. Being an OG in the game, you know, you was already at the station, a veteran. What did you see in Deona, you know what I mean, that set her apart? Because you knew, you know what I mean?
I saw everything. I saw it from the start. I did. The way that she branded herself online was the thing that stood out to me. Yeah. The way that she would be creative with her videos, her graphic game, when she'd be out on remotes, no matter how small the remote was, or maybe she didn't want to be a part of the remote like how you want. Like there's different styles of remotes. Like you got Hibbett Sports where you can be more fun and do things like that. But then you got like Nelson Atkins Museum where you got to be more calm and more business-like. And no matter what remote she did, she would always brand it. Yep. And I'm like, wow, okay. She reminded me kind of me when I was her age in 06, 07. I'm just trying to make a statement. I'm trying to get my name out because at the time, like the big dogs was Tony G and Sean Tyler and Julie Jones. And like I'm JT Quick at the time. And I'm just like, I'm nobody. Right. So I have to stand out somehow. Sure. So my online game, my branding, Brian B. Shynin, the way I used to do the weather on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, like people would point that out. It reminded me of what Deona was doing because her hustle, like her she lived by her name. She is a hustler for real on every frontier. And then the thing that like really sealed the deal was like when she started hosting parties with me. Yeah. And I saw her MC skills. Man,
took it to a new level.
I appreciate that, B.
Man, look, and the chemistry is just there with the. She know what to do, and I don't have to tell her. Yeah. A lot of times on don't overtalk this and don't do the music like this or that and the third. It was just natural from there, and then so she's just reminded me of myself. When I was young and when I was trying to hustle and trying to get my name out. Those are the things I saw.
I appreciate that.
Now, see, these type of questions John like to ask. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that was beautiful. You know what I mean? This is good. And then I'm going to flip it. Now, what did you learn from B. Shynin? Like, when y'all got close, like, what did you pick up from him?
A lot. I mean, even though he gave me so much credit with MCing and just kind of being he was also always willing to give me advice. Right. You know, always being like, look, you know, here's another way of doing it too. You can maybe incorporate that in how you doing stuff. So I feel like it's the way he interacts with the community too. I mean, like I said, you go to Kansas City, you should know Brian B. Shynin.
I agree.
And that's how I viewed it. Even only being at the station for, I mean, honestly, last week was my 4-year anniversary technically of being.
Get a hand clap, man.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So I've seen a lot of people come and go, man. And very few stick.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it was the advice, the patience he has when it comes to different things, and just kind of his overall composure. Yeah. You know, you're like, okay, look, this might have came this way, but you know what? We're gonna make it do what it do. But another thing, too, is I never saw him being complacent with certain things. Gotcha. He always was, when I threw ideas out there, he wasn't like, nah, I'm cool. I've been doing this for the past 2 years. I'm cool. Yeah. He never was like that. He was like, you know what? I'm going to try this. And I really appreciated that because they just was like, dang, okay. my ideas might be okay then. And then also it's like somebody that's willing to, you know, just be like, okay, this girl only been in the game for this amount of time, but I'm gonna still trust her with this and take it. And then him just introducing me to different people in the community and tapping me in. Brian has never been a gatekeeper when it comes to me. He's always been a person that's like, look, I'm gonna put you on game. And I appreciate that because, you know, people, not everybody does that.
Right.
And, you know, if that's not what people want to do, that's cool too. But I appreciate the fact that he doesn't gatekeep with me and he puts me on game and gives me different advice. Because, I mean, look, I'm always open-minded and open to grow. So, yeah.
And then, Shynin, taking it back, did you experience any of that coming in the game? Did you experience any gatekeeping, or was you embraced immediately in the city?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Nah, it was for sure. It was gatekeeping, especially back then.
Right.
Some people just hold on to things that they fear that maybe competition could take, or they see a weakness in their game, and they might see their weakness being, I guess, exploited, for lack of a better term, because the younger person is doing it or something like that.
Real.
Like, I feel like everybody can learn from everybody. Absolutely. And I've learned so much from Deona on being creative and just being more of yourself out front for everybody. Cause I kind of like, I'm an observer, so I don't like to, like,
he chill for sure.
Yeah, I'm not finna be, you know, the guy that's gonna be wilding out in front of everybody. That's just not me.
Right.
But I know with what we do, like, you know, you gotta get a little bit of Brian Brooks up in there.
Yeah.
You know? But I've learned so much from this young lady too, though. She is so brilliant in so many different ways.
Yeah, I mean, I never forget, you know, because obviously we have mutual friends on social media platforms because we both, you know, St. Louis small. If you know one person, you know what I mean? So it's like, I never forget, you know, being up here in KC, and I stumbled upon her page, and I'm like, it made me proud seeing her, because I'm like, man, she epitomizes what St. Louis is, bro. We hustle, we get to it, and we take pride in that. And you can't spell hustle without STL. I don't know if y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? Please just take you a notepad, write it out. You'll see what we're talking about.
I love that.
But it was dope for me to see her, because it was just like, bro, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? We not from here, but we, you know, we out here doing what we got to do, because I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. You know what I mean? So, you know, I want to give you your flowers too, Deona.
I appreciate that.
And I want to say you represent the city amazingly out here in KC. You know what I mean? So, you know, I had to
she always does, and I think Deona does a great job of balancing both.
It's
hard.
It's a juggle.
It's hard to come from like a place that you know and you just love the way that she loves St. Louis, and to come to a whole nother city where we love our city just as much as y'all love ours.
Yeah.
Like it's like, it's just the pride of where you come from, and then you come into another city with that equal pride, and you gotta like, I don't want to let my people down at home,
right?
And but then, like, this is where I make my money at, and I'm being embraced. Yeah. I'm being embraced and loved in the new city too. So I can't. So the whole cousin though, that whole, it ain't marketing. It's real with you. That's real. That ain't branding and marketing. To me, is just authentic, because that's how I see that you identify with people here. People love and embrace you like they're your cousin. Yeah, and that's just St. Louis, Kansas City, period.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I appreciate both of y'all for saying that, because I mean, it is a juggle balancing that. I mean, regardless of what city you in, if you go to another city, it's hard. And then St. Louis and KC being still in Missouri, and being so much different, but similar in so many ways. And so I juggle with it sometimes. I'm like, you know, I'm finna come up here with my STL fitted, remind people where, you know, I feel like sometimes I think about that in my head when I'm on the radio. I'm like, I ain't gave a little extra St. Louis accent in a minute.
You got to.
I'm like, you know what? Let me do this weather real quick.
Because you'll lose it if you don't.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That just add a little flavor to it. That's all.
The headphones ain't working for me, cousins. We gonna get.
You gonna leave them off?
I'm like, you know, that's fine.
You sure?
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, you ain't gotta keep them on.
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And then and we keep talking about St. Louis and Kansas City, and like, would it, because Shynin, you would be more of a, you know, expert on this topic, because you know you've been around longer. Could it ever be that, you know, that bridge where it's like, no, we got our own culture, but we rocking with them over there? You know what I mean? Because like I said before, is
it not like that now?
It's always, it is, but I'll put it to this way. I'm a former athlete. I always take it to sports, right? Because here in Missouri, when you go to the state championship, you play the Kansas City side schools.
Right.
We all come together at the end.
Right. Yeah.
So it's always going to be that level of competitiveness.
Rivalry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would say, and Deona, you can attest to this, when you when you leave St. Louis and you live in KC, you go back and you go, hey man, it ain't what we always thought growing up.
Yeah.
And it's the truth.
What did y'all think? That's what I'm interested in.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because y'all here.
Please.
Okay. And it comes from the older gentleman. Okay. You know what I mean? The way it was given to me was it kind of started, relatively speaking, in the prison system.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
You taking it back to history.
Yeah. Because I get my hair cut on Prospect. You know what I mean? So I'm talking to the old school dudes in KC. Mm-hmm. So they always they say the same thing. My uncles, you know, it started in the prison system. You got the KC dudes and the St. Louis dudes. Yeah. They funking in the prison system. So that started, and then you got the sports. So growing up, we was always told KC is the same, but it's a little softer than St. Louis. I swear. Am I lying? Let's look. Stay out of it. I got it. I do it.
No, please. No.
Listen,
that's wild.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And it's wrong. I'm gonna say it. Look, it's a testament to, you know, when I was younger, the idiotic things that we praised, murder rate and all that.
Right, yeah, that's a big thing. Right. That
you know what I mean?
Yeah, with the murder rate and all of the other stuff is the perception is off normally in different cities. Right. And St. Louis, unfortunately, has always had high crime rate, even against Chicago and Detroit and some of those other ones. So I can see why that perception, is generally the perception. Yeah. Now I'm gonna stay out of it.
Now, that's what I'm saying. Be trying to move in here. Yeah. That's why I say I must go back and say, hey, bro, it ain't what we thought. Right. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, we the same. We just got different slang, different culture. Yeah. So to answer your question, that was the perception. Yeah. Even in college. I got to college, the KC dudes, we like.
That's when I started to get some St. Louis culture. Before college, I didn't know nothing about St. Louis. Besides Nelly, Nelly. Yeah. Okay,
you gonna know Uncle Nelly now.
You gonna know Uncle.
So I graduated high school in 03.
Oh yeah.
So I was a freshman in high school when Country Grammar came out.
No, they was lit with the baggy jerseys.
In high school, I showed you that picture. I was a big Nelly fan in high school. I love Nelly, but I love Tech 9 just as much though.
How was that though?
Yeah,
at the
time.
Okay, for me, I can't speak for everybody. Okay. A lot of people in KC didn't like Nelly's music like that though.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Like the women did. He had his audience, he had his core fans here. But people here, E40, you know, people on the West Coast, Tupac, you know, all that stuff. That's what is the most influential music in Kansas City. Is West Coast Bay music.
Yeah, he shot a job out on Country Grammar too.
He did.
And Tip Drill.
Yeah, and Tip Drill.
KC got Tip Drill.
And that's why, serious, because back then, being a 14-year-old growing up in the music video era, I always counted the videos where somebody had a KC fitted on or a KC jersey.
And that's how we are too. Because I watch videos now and I be like,
oh wait, y'all had us beaten. So y'all's St. Louis was in hella videos.
Yeah.
So I just always wanted some representation for the town.
I get that. Right.
Nelly was the closest thing that we had because Nelly would wear some KC stuff sometimes, and he shouted us out, like I said, in Country Grammar and in Tip Drill. So I just took a liking to that. It was close. Ain't nobody from Oklahoma, Nebraska. Right. Besides Tech and Rich the Factor, wasn't nobody else really on. Back then, Tech and Rich was not on Nelly's level. Right. Nelly was a superstar. Yeah. And so he was the closest thing. And he made some jams. Yeah. Like what we talk about. He had some jams. Yeah. So I was a Nelly fan in high school. Now man. I always get teased for that though.
That was gonna be my next question. That was
I got teased for that a little bit, but they knew. Yeah. They knew back then in high school because I'm the only one representing the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like what? Y'all can't say nothing about me not representing the town or none of that. I'm repping Chiefs. I'm repping Royals all day. I'm at the Royals games where Pizza Hut was giving us free tickets when you buy some pizza.
Y'all wasn't at the games?
Hell, bro, what?
Y'all wasn't in the gym,
bro, the Royals games in 2000 and in the late 90s, excuse me.
Yeah.
Look.
That's why I say, if you go to Kansas City, they got Brian B. Shynin written all over it. Ain't nobody I know that got more pride.
No, that's real.
In Kansas City than Brian.
And I can say this, man, because how I do with my guests, I always do my research. You know what I mean? She said it earlier, man, you represent the city so well, bro. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You can rep where you from and love where you from. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. You know, because I'm out here in KC and I would be remiss to say I don't love KC. You know what I mean?
I appreciate y'all for that because that's one of this city is one of my passions.
Yeah.
Young black boys, cheese football, just football period, and just Kansas City. That's just always been my attitude. I feel like it's a mindset because growing up here, when the Chiefs wasn't winning, when the Royals wasn't winning, it was so much self-hate.
Yeah.
Like among people, and that's just people, period. I'm sure it was that with St. Louis.
Yeah.
The
situation is...
The Rams broke my heart when they lost. I don't know what Super Bowl it was, or they was almost there. I was devastated.
Damn Patriots.
And what they say and say, oh, they sorry. They ain't this. Bro, they just went to the Super Bowl, fam. What we talk about? They sorry?
Yeah.
And so people, that just goes to people, period. This ain't got nothing to do with Kansas City or St. Louis.
Right.
People are just the weak ones to me. Gimmicky or bandwagon jumpers. And I don't like that.
Okay, look, and I'm glad you said that, B-Shine, because listen, that's part of, it's in my notes, so I know I got a real Chiefs fan in the building. If you don't know my dog, B-Shine, he does the Blitz.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Where he gives, is it you just do it for the NFL for Chiefs, right?
That's just my little quick little 3-minute Chiefs segment I try to do every week. I got other podcasts where I go long form.
Yeah. But it's dope. The Blitz, I always,
appreciate it.
I was watching it, man, and it's like, and I want to ask you, because, the question in my notes is here is, what's going on with the Chiefs, man? How are you feeling?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can speak on this because you've been a fan when the Chiefs wasn't it.
I feel like we still going to the bowl.
I
do because
really? All right.
I ain't mean to fast forward.
Oh no, hell no! Go ahead, do you?
But like, I feel like Patrick Mahomes, I feel like he can get these receivers together, and this might be blind hope. This might be blind faith, but that man has got greatness so much in him that I don't think these players want to let him down, especially seeing after what he did Sunday. When personally, I didn't like, because I don't think that's a part of being a good leader.
Right.
But I understand though,
in a moment.
Why. I understand it. But with that being said, this coaching staff is too good and too experienced. Kelsey and Mahomes, they want to continue to add to that legacy because they know what it brings. Look at the past year. It's been the Travis Kelsey TV-a-thon the past year because, he doing the stanky leg in the end zone.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the podcast is growing. So it's so many more things that come with winning the Super Bowl and building the legacy. And we talking this dynasty word. But we got to continue to win. And I think all of that with legacy and Andy Reid trying to get his third bowl, I think they'll get it together.
They're gonna
it's too much on the line.
Yeah, it is a lot on the line.
And we got these Chiefs songs.
I was gonna say that too.
I want to play it on. I'm gonna ask y'all for permission with they got their own song, Eastside, bro. We can use that. You know what I mean? They got that. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. And then now, how is it? Being, because I know how I feel about it. Being out here in KC and watching a city kind of. Because how long you been out here now?
Since 2015.
Okay, and now. Since 2015.
She got the Royals World Series in there?
That's my first year, yeah.
So, you watched the city do a transformation since you've been here, because I've been here 5 years and I've seen it.
Yeah.
What is it like being here, watching a city boom? Because if you don't know, Kansas City is popping right now.
For sure.
I mean, on whatever level you want to go to, infrastructure, real estate.
Yeah.
Whatever. Rent high as hell. Rent getting a little,
crazy.
But KC is popping. How do you feel? Well, how is it being in KC while it's going through its transformation?
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
I don't take it for granted. I feel like the timing was right for me to be here.
I say the
me
same
to
thing.
go to UMKC and start in 2015. So I feel like I always tell people, I feel like I am on God's path and plan.
Amen.
Like I feel like since I stepped foot in Kansas City, I've been on the right path. Even when I was in St. Louis, my senior year of high school was really kind of what got me started with my brand. So I feel like I'm perfectly aligned. But it's a blessing being here because there's so many things happening and
so much.
Hustle and Shine in the morning.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was gonna happen. I didn't know this was gonna happen 5 years ago. I just was like, look, I'm a use this platform, make my brand and learn and grow and figure out my next chapter.
Yep.
I didn't necessarily know what was gonna happen. So the opportunities are endless here. And I tell people all the time, in different cities, every state has a poppin' city.
Yes.
Regardless of the situations. Yeah. Early 2000s, St. Louis was it.
Can I tap in right there? Yeah. Because I got is this similar to what St. Louis was going through?
We were so young.
Yes,
I always say that we missed out on to see it. It was. But we didn't get to. We weren't teenagers.
Right.
Because I was born in 94. So I saw it.
And I was on 96. So yeah.
So we got it, but it wasn't a grown thing. So if I had my uncles then, I'm sure they would say it's the same.
Yeah. I mean, like if I asked my dad different stuff, my mama, they was more experienced it, but we was like kids.
Because the only thing KC missing is an artist. you know, a new banging artist that would, you know, make it just like St. Louis in them days.
Like super duper, man. Like we got Sleazy.
That's what I say. Sleazy been doing his thing.
Super. We talking about like, well,
Nelly.
Like Nelly, like Nelly was at the Country Music Awards, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Sleaze, he gonna work his way up to get to bigger and better platforms, of course. Yeah. But dog, this is an appreciation for where Nelly was at. He was at the Super Bowl. He did halftime at the Super Bowl in 2001 for the Ravens and Giants. So that's another level that we ain't got yet.
But
let me ask you. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
Oh, you good? I was just gonna say, Kansas City is on that path. I
feel like.
For sure. Because, I mean, even with Taylor Swift coming and planting her flag with Travis Kelce, that's just like you said. The Chiefs games come with more than just the Chiefs games.
That's what I paralleled it to. Like Nelly was bringing whoever A-list celebrity to St. Louis, bro. Right. You know, and that. Travis Kelce doing like you just said.
Airport. I mean, you know, a lot of, you know, it's so much happening
airport is
here.
beautiful.
I can't wait. I get to go with the 30th.
You ain't been there yet?
No, I have not.
I went.
Not since the new.
It's beautiful.
I can't wait.
Because I got to see the old one
How
too.
early do I need to get there? I can't get there 30 minutes before.
It's still convenient.
Man, listen, I got through with no problem.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it's beautiful, bro. Like,
because one thing I loved about Kansas City Airport before is it was dead. Yeah, I enjoyed that because I can get there 30 minutes before, boom, 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 and I'm out.
I've been through it twice now. It wasn't bad at all.
Okay.
No, and then matter of fact, B-Shine, how is it you being a Kansas City native? How is it seeing the city popping, man?
And just I'm gonna focus in on this.
Absolutely.
All right, so fam, growing up here, I was born in 1985, and so
he my sister age. You know what I'm saying?
So like, where the T-Mobile Center is right now, that was a dead alley with bus stops.
Wasn't it the Sprint Center?
20 years ago.
What was it 20 years ago?
Yeah. No, 20 years ago, it was nothing.
That was nothing.
It was our downtown. There was no reason for you to go to downtown besides to pay your taxes or to go to jail or to ride the bus or to, you know, because I used to had to ride the bus to Northeast. I used to ride the Metro.
Shout out Northeast.
Yes, sir. And so to see the Sprint Center wasn't built until it opened in 2009, like January of 2009. Okay. No power and light. It was nothing.
Nothing.
No reason to there was no shopping. There like abandoned buildings. That's all there was downtown before 2009. And to see what it is now, to see the Chiefs embrace Tech 9 the way they have, to see like Tech 9 was looked at here like he had spiked red hair and you know he was doing the makeup.
He definitely got his own style for sure.
Oh, for sure.
And like back then, it wasn't as open or accepting to accept that from black people back then at all. Tech had a whole FTI. It was called Fuck the Industry. He had a whole campaign. He's giving his music out for free. This whole Napster thing was going down when people were stealing music. Tech was giving it out for free. What? I'm gonna give y'all this music for free because he knows that the cream rises to the top and the good music sells. So with Tech doing all of that and now seeing him being embraced by the Chiefs and being embraced worldwide, I'm hearing Tech 9 songs on CBS, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Like it is a dream come true, y'all. From me counting the music videos, and y'all can look them up right now. Field Mob, Sick of Being Lonely, dude had a Chiefs hat on. Let's see, The Game and R. Kelly Players Club. That I hate to reference R. Kelly, but the video on there, The Game had the KC video. He had the hat on there on PIMP 50 Cent remix. One of he had the Johnny Morton number 80 white cheese jersey on. Beautiful. Snoop Dogg. He had the Priest Holmes jersey. Like this is coming from a kid who counted all of these things, who just wanted to see the city
off the dome,
who just wanted the city be put on, dog. And it's like we're on now.
No,
for sure.
Without a doubt. Because for me, I always tell the story of motherfuckers always be like, how you get here? And literally, I dropped out of school at K-State. I didn't know what I was going to do. But I know I didn't want to go back home. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I don't want to go back home. Because it was just...
Why not?
Man, it was... If I'm being honest, bro, it was so much going on in the city. You know what I mean? Just with the crime. And, you know, it was affecting me directly because...
What year were you thinking of going back to St. Louis?
This was 2015, 2016.
Okay.
And for me, like, two of my best friends had went to prison. So it was kind of like... You know, you just kind of feel that vibe of, man, if I go back, I'm going to be involved in a sense. You know what I mean? Because I'm going back, I'm not an athlete no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? My dream of going play pro ball is dead now. So it's like, And I was already getting in trouble, so it's like the worst place for me to go is back home while I'm getting in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
okay, I understand.
You know what I mean? So it deterred me in a sense, like to go back, because I'm like, man, I just don't want to. I'll put it to this, I'll take it a little deeper. Honestly, be shining, bro. I ain't want to die back home. And
that's real.
That's the truth.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
That's
I really didn't want to die back home. So I'm like, man, you know what, bro? Let me see what KC about. And mind you, at the time, no family. I don't got no family up here. My brother up here when he not playing pro ball overseas, but I ain't got no family up here. So I took my brother pickup truck, loaded all my shit, pulled up to KC. Man, I moved up here, and to your point, Deona, since I've been here in KC and now that it's popping, I truly feel like I'm walking in my path.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Because it's like I'm doing this podcast in the city thumping.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like, what a time to be in KC. You know, I should be a motherfucking rapper. I told y'all, bro. But yeah, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful being in the city because I truly feel like I'm supposed to be here. Mm-hmm. Kansas City as a whole has embraced me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm St. Louis to the bone, but the city is beautiful because they embrace you if you. Yeah. They don't shun you for being. I'm known as that's Buddy from St. Louis. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they have their own pride here and it's deep. First thing B. Shynin said when he walked in the building, he said, "You got the wrong jersey on." That's KC in a whole.
On brand.
But it's all love,
for
though.
sure. For sure. And that's what I'm saying. They love that, and it's their time, man. And I like I said, I wish I was a teenager and adult when the Rams was,
right, to see what that was gonna be. I know that was crazy.
Was you a Rams fan?
Yeah, I was, bro. Right. I became a Colts fan because
I was.
When Marshall Faulk left, that's my favorite player.
That was his original team.
My man. Yeah. So that's how I ended up a Colts fan because I'm like. And then it was this big head motherfucker up in Indy. That's when
his number 2. Yeah, when he was with the Colts. Yeah.
B. Shynin is. That's why I said, man, look.
Marshall Faulk was drafted by the Colts in 94, 93 or 94. It was one of them years. Yeah, Marshall was a beast.
No, he was cold.
But I cannot stand them punk ass Colts.
And I know why.
Yeah.
And I know why.
1995.
And I know why. And another one.
2003.
Thank you. And another one.
13.
I was gonna say 12.
And it's another one too. Yeah, it's another one. 2006. We went on y'all Super Bowl run.
See what I mean?
We lost to y'all. We barely got in the playoffs that year because we beat Jacksonville. Denver lost to the 49ers, and something else happened.
Yeah,
and then we played y'all first round. Y'all rushing defense was terrible because y'all had lost. The Colts had lost to the Jaguars the last game of that season.
Fucking Jaguars
because Maurice Jones-Drew had just ran all over the Colts.
All right.
So they thought, hold on. You gonna get it at the end. So they thought Larry Johnson, right? Larry Johnson that year is like almost an MVP candidate. He had over 400 touches. He had so many yards. And we thought that like we was gonna run all over y'all that game. He only got like 30 yards or something like that. If that, y'all
could have got that.
Y'all beat the shit out of us. Y'all went on y'all Super Bowl run. That was the year y'all finally overcame the Patriots in the AFC Championship game.
And that's when I became a fan. It was right on time. I'm like,
that's crazy.
Super Bowl. So my dog
that was in the middle of Steven Jackson, though. That's Steven Jackson with the Rams.
It started getting bad, bro, because it was like I seen the writing on the wall, man. You see how they left us? The Chronic, he started talking crazy about the city. He wanted us to pay. You know they paid us, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just came from St. Louis yesterday.
Okay.
And I was telling.
And he didn't bring me no rice.
Girl, we didn't stop. We had time to.
You had China yet? Have you had China?
Oh yeah.
Can we get in?
That's in my notes.
That's gonna be a whole 30-minute conversation.
Because it's in my notes too.
Delectable, by the way. Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Normally I get into sports talk, but
I got you, Deona.
They getting into us.
Look, Stan Kroenke, he screwed St. Louis by taking the Rams. It's all a money play because they worth like 10 times more in LA.
Absolutely.
But y'all got paid.
We did.
St. Louis got like $790 million.
They need to do something with the Edwards Dome.
I think they're trying to hold out.
Y'all just calling it the Dome. Why y'all just calling it the Dome? Nobody sponsored it.
I just said the Edwards Jones.
I don't think they sponsor that no more.
That's what I call it. That's what I was raised with. So that's what it's gonna be to me.
That's the Dome. Now look, we're gonna do it now because he said it's gonna be 30 minutes. Let's get to this.
Fried rice.
Let's get to this
Please
topic.
do.
Hold on, wait a minute, because I'm gonna set it up.
The best fried rice in the city. Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up. Here we go. I'm gonna alley it to you, okay? Because I'm gonna start it off with a question, okay? Now you starving. I mean, damn it, you starving. It's one of the, you done woke up from a good night out, stomach touching your back. You can't do nothing but get some China. So, I'm gonna be politically correct here.
Yeah.
Because Deona taught me this on episode 15.
I did. I do remember that.
She taught me this. St. Louis Chinese food or KC barbecue. Which one you picking?
You already know my answer. I'm getting some fried rice. I'm getting a half order of chicken fried rice. I might throw some ham in there. You know what I'm saying? For real, if I'm really hungry, I get a full order.
I get a full order.
I get a full order. I am picky, so no onions. No onions for me.
Okay.
Give me gravy on the side.
Okay.
Give me a peach or a pineapple vest.
I gotta get the vest. Mine is great.
Crab Ragoon.
Crab
You know
Ragoon.
like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the order.
That's what I'm gonna
That's
get,
the order.
so
And
I
then you may
love
be a
it.
St. Paul type of person, but I've never been a St. Paul.
I've never been a
type
That's a sandwich, right?
That's a
Yeah.
sandwich. All the old people eat St. Paul. Like,
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you was
my,
an 80s
I was
baby,
say
you
my
eat St. Paul.
pops, I was say my OG, he'll get that for sure.
Yeah,
I ain't a fan.
If you was born after 89, you ain't getting no St. Paul.
Come on, it's a toss up. I know some people though, but
Okay, and now, be shining. Now let's do this. You've had St. Louis Chinese food.
Yes.
How is it?
It is fantastic, man. Let me tell you something. So my journey with St. Louis and y'all's food it go back to my freshman year at Northwest Missouri State.
Okay, here we go.
When I first started to interact with folks from St. Louis,
Right.
and I always wanted to. The first thing that y'all talked about was this rice, and I'm like, bro, how can you like? It's rice.
It's rice,
like,
right. Yeah.
What? And so I'm
crazy.
like for real. And so I just had like official fried rice for the first time, I think like
Your
3
freshman
years ago.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
really?
not
You didn't?
not in college, not at
that's crazy.
all.
I didn't know that.
You know, like one of my best friends is from St. Louis.
Gotcha.
My bro Kerry. The dude who I did my radio show
out to
with,
Classic.
my bro D Money, yeah. Derek, who do our drops a little bit.
Yeah.
He's from St. Louis. So I
Tap
had
in with me, bro. We got the podcast out here in St. Louis,
Man,
safe haven. Come
for
on,
real,
No, for
yeah.
sure.
So, but all these years, y'all talk about White Castle. We gotta get into that too, because White
yeah,
Castle was
yeah.
nasty
Oh,
as
I can't.
hell.
You know,
Hold on,
I
wait.
can't wait to ask Mary Q if we can sign a petition.
We gotta
to
get
it
one
built
here.
in
Girl,
2024.
no.
That's
We
gonna be my
doing.
question
Don't
on
nobody
Monday.
want that.
That's
Man, yes,
gonna be
we
my question
do.
on Monday. You better come.
So, but I just had it, bro. And let me tell you something.
Let me tell you
It was
something.
the best fried rice I've ever had.
Stamped
in
by B. Shining.
my
Can we get a hand clap? I
life.
did, yeah.
I swear
Damn it.
for God. Bro, my brother, somebody told you my brother live in St. Louis. John's Chop Suey.
Okay.
He put me on.
Which one?
John's Chop
Hold on.
Suey.
Pause. Now let's do this right now. I'm sorry to cut your wisdom.
Y'all know you good.
Let me tell you what. Okay, in St. Louis, every neighborhood got their favorite Chinese spot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm from Walnut Park. John's is our Chinese spot.
Yeah.
Stamped by
Oh,
B.
so
Shining
that's a
himself.
healthy- that's a
That's
healthy-
what I'm talking about.
that's a healthy
Okay,
default.
that's the one we go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, look. So look, y'all. I went there. Deona told me if the street ends in a what? If it
What'd I
starts.
say?
If
Oh,
it
a
starts
state
with
street?
a
Was
with a
it a state
state,
street?
yeah, you said you
Oh,
might
I
want to
did
keep
say
your head on the swivel.
Yeah. No, without a doubt.
So-
No, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Shout out
So
to everybody living on the state streets.
And that's
My
here
goodness.
too.
I go up in there and I had to FaceTime her. I'm like,
Oh, you did?
Hey,
Yeah, I
man.
do remember that. Because I was in St. Louis. Yeah, I was in St. Louis. I was like off Union.
Yeah.
With my dad.
I was like, dog, like, am I all right? Like, but she's like, she gave me the warning. Now she told me about the State Street thing. So
Yeah.
I just go up in there and I just kept my head on the swivel. Well worth it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well worth it. Give me
how I
extra
learned-
onion though.
That's how I learned to
Extra
have a good
onion,
meal.
okay.
Extra, no gravy, extra
Okay.
onion.
Got you.
Have you tried like?
I dipped a
Dabble?
little bit in
Okay,
there, and I'm
okay.
like,
Okay, I'm just
good.
curious.
But give me like 6 crab rangoon though.
Man, that's
For sure.
A peach vest, pop, please.
So he got the full.
Threw pop in there.
Look, you fit. He
Pop.
did.
It's
He
okay.
threw the
We'll
pop.
let it
It's okay.
slide.
We'll let it rock. Cool.
Right, yeah.
And look, and I'm gonna flip it because I got to give KC. They just do too with they, with their cuisine. You know what I mean? This barbecue up here. I say this. Being out. Ooh, let's do it this way. Deona, what's your favorite barbecue up here? You gonna rustle some feathers? Is it ruffle or rustle? Ruffle.
Ruffle.
There we go.
Combination.
Combination.
I mean, okay, so what I've grown to like,
Can I guess?
yeah.
Is it Jack Stack?
Oh, but I mean, no, I like Jack Stacks, but
Yeah.
that's not the one I was going to
Okay.
I do rock with Jack Stacks, but that's also because of the sides.
Yeah.
They do got some
if we
banging ass
talking-
baked beans.
Yes,
if we
sir.
talk strictly just barbecue, like I like
go.
ribs, so that's what I want.
Okay.
The two places that I enjoy, Gates.
Okay.
Once y'all let me know that I can get the fries seasoned, I'm like, why y'all ain't tell me that? 'Cause
Nobody
my
told me that. No, that's
Nobody
real.
told
Nobody told me.
I should have went with somebody from Kansas
that's
City.
real.
We gatekeeping the season
No,
fry.
well,
Yes,
Do you get them extra crispy?
No, I don't do all
No,
that.
no, no, no.
Yeah,
Nah,
they ain't
get
crispy
'em-
enough. No.
Get them extra crispy.
I just didn't know we could get seasoning on the fries. That's
Exactly, because the
bullshit.
first time I had it was my freshman year, and I was like, I just didn't know what to order. So I just was like,
What was your
I was just
first time
looking.
like going in Gates when they yelled at you?
Man, you want to get
somebody-
yours? Get yours.
I don't remember like
I
what it
remember
was.
mine.
You go ahead.
Here we go. Where did I go? I went to the one off State Line.
Okay.
Am I saying off State Line?
Is that still
103rd State Line?
Okay. Yeah.
So, because I was living over there, I went in, and this is my first time coming in, and I'm like 10 people back, y'all. I'm nowhere near the front. I'm looking at it because I don't know what to get.
You just looking, right.
All of a sudden I hear, hey, man, I help you? I look up. I don't think mama talking to me. I'm like, there's no way she talking to me. I'm in the back. She looking right at me, though. Man, I help you? I'm like,
how, man, I help you?
Yeah. And then she started getting more aggressive. I started getting nervous, and I had to say something. I'm like, mama, wait a minute. I don't know what I'm getting. You know what I mean?
That's
and I'm looking at the line in front of me. I'm like, y'all ain't ordered yet? Everybody like, no, go ahead.
They ordered.
Yeah, or they probably ordered already.
So
But that reminds me of the best steakhouse. You got to know your order, too, because I forgot what they say at the steakhouse, but they going to ask you, like, what's up? Like, what you need? So, and you have to know your order. So
now, I know at the end of the day, I mean, the food was good, but you know what I mean? It at that first time was definitely like, oh, damn, wait a minute. I don't know. Yeah, this is my first time in, so that was my first experience at Gates.
And it's the sauce is different. I always say this. St. Louis, we like a hot honey glaze. Like, that's our vibe. The sauce is not the same in Kansas City. So that was part of what I had to grow to be like, okay, I just need barbecue that's cool without the sauce. Maybe I can do like a little bit of sauce.
I get mine on the side.
Yeah, I can do a little bit.
I rock with you. If I'm going to say my favorite, it depends on what I'm getting, bro. Like, because, I mean, since we've been doing the podcast here, I had slaps, and that
I was going to say that. Slaps is good, too.
Slaps is good.
Slaps is good. I like Q39.
I rock with them.
And I like...
For the sides.
Joe's.
Okay, I want to try
Joe's. Love Joe's.
I want to try Joe's. That's the one with the gas station off like Westwood. Yeah.
I have yet to take Deona.
We got to go.
To Joe's?
And you. And I got to take you now.
Hell yeah.
You gotta
to LC's.
I haven't had that yet.
See, let me tell you, all the OGs say LC's. I swear, in the barbershop, they all say LC's.
LC's, LC's.
Okay, and now, 2023 for y'all been a big year. You know what I mean? Y'all been hustling. Y'all been moving. You know what I mean? If y'all don't believe me, like I said before, check their Instagram. Hell, I've been doing research for 2 weeks now. Damn it, trying to get everything that they got going on. One thing I want to ask y'all about, because, it was amazing to see y'all, was at that, the comedy show that just transpired.
Oh, yeah. Laughing Gas.
Laughing Gas stuff. How was that experience?
It was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, because my dog was the official DJ.
Yeah.
It was thing.
It was fun. It was hard to hear. That's why I had the headphones on the whole time, because of the echo, and like you in such a big arena that you gotta like keep your headphones on. Yeah. So I really couldn't like super vibe with D, but D.
We still did our thing.
But man, look, this is where her brilliance kick in at, and this is where she's going to excel above everybody else, is that she took the mic and just went across the entire arena and just started talking to folks. So that's what made it super fun. And we always like bounce off each other too. Right. And I really feed off of her energy. So that was a fun experience too. Plus afterwards, you know what I'm saying? We got to meet up with
Cedric. And I never met Cedric. I'm like, look, bro, I'm from the first thing I said, I'm from St. Louis too. You be doing your thing. And we chopped it up real quick. He was just like, oh, okay, keep doing your thing.
He was real cool.
Yeah, he was nice. That's
Uncle
super
Eddie.
sharp.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Eddie's super cool
Uncle
too.
Eddie, love him to death. So
KC native.
That's right.
You just got the key, not the key to the city, but he got his own day in Kansas City. I think it's December 1st.
Yeah, that was Richard Pryor's birthday. Yeah. Richard Pryor's his idol. And if you look on Malcolm and Eddie, the show that was based here in Kansas City. Yeah. Richard Pryor's like one on the last season. He was like real sick. It was like probably maybe a year or two before he died. No, it was probably a few years before he died. So it was like one of the last appearances that you saw of Richard Pryor on TV. It was on Malcolm and Eddie. So it was special for him to get that on Richard Pryor's birthday.
Yeah. That's what's up. No, we really had a good time at that comedy show. It was definitely fun, and the mic and kicking it with B, it was cool. Yeah.
And then how does it feel, y'all, like to do those type of, you know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, we all out here trying to make it. You know what I mean? Sure. Whether, whatever endeavor you want to succeed in, I pray everybody get it. But I want to ask y'all, how does 2023 feel? Because it truly, from afar watching y'all, it seemed like y'all stepped in y'all purpose, and it's just been like that. So how does it feel? Because we on the tail end, we almost at the end, at the end of the fourth quarter. How did 2023 feel? Matter of fact, I got it in my notes. What was the lesson y'all learned individually 2023?
Ooh, I learned a lot. It's going. That's a heavy question.
Okay, right.
So a great question. But let me pause for a second. Please.
Okay.
And if you need me to, okay, go ahead.
Two questions. You kind of said two questions.
Go
How
ahead.
does it feel? And then also, biggest lesson. Biggest lesson, I guess, patience.
That's the word I had too.
Man, that's me.
And I still am learning. Like, just because I got something that I wanted and waited for, like, in a year, but I'm still learning patience, and timing. Because when you do sit there and you're ready for something to happen and you're like, man, I can really see this. I feel like I'm just waiting. You kind of start to navigate that and learn what you can do. Right. So it's more so of learning what can I control, because I can't just sit here and be in the corner and be like, man, I want this to happen, and until it does, I'm not going to do nothing. So for me, that was me just being like, you know what, until I get to where I want to be, I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing for the past 4 years, and that's grinding and finding different ways. Let me not get complacent. Let me not get discouraged.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me do that. So that was the biggest lesson. How does it feel? It feels amazing, but this is only the beginning.
Absolutely.
So it's like we ain't even really. We just ended our third week on the morning show. Yeah. And it's like, man, we cruising. Like, I'm feeling the groove too on the morning.
I always like to say I feel like I'm in the layup line.
For sure, on me. Full A.
I feel like I'm in the, like with what I got going on with this podcast, and I truly feel like I'm just in a layup line. Like, it ain't nothing. I'm in my zone mentally, but we ain't even got going yet. Like, I'm just, I
love your energy too.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Nah, I ain't letting you skip out on it.
Please don't. No. I'm ready. Patience was my first thought too, but purpose.
Okay.
I have a lot of favorite segments that we do on our show, like the versus battle.
Man.
That's my.
I peeped that. I saw that was hard.
I love that.
I peeped that.
That's my jam when we get that going. What's the word?
What's the word? We got a spotlight that we're gonna do to highlight, some different things. So,
but the motivational minute, is something that I take serious. I try to send a message out to my loved ones every morning to try and get them going, but I think I found where I'm supposed to be at for the next 20, maybe 30 years.
Gotcha.
I think, or where my path is supposed to go, which is motivating people and trying to inspire people. And the more that I think about it, the more that I know that I've been doing that my whole life without me even knowing.
Right.
Like, to my family, to my peers, to me even doing my own thing and having people watch that.
Yeah.
It's a long and solo and lonely journey, but it's worth it, especially at the end.
Yeah.
But man, no matter where you are in your life, no matter where you are in your journey, and I say this on the show every day, this is one of the purposes of this show, is to help motivate people, get people going. No matter where you are in that darkness, God is right there with you, trying to guide you where you need to go. Now, it's up to you to listen and to look and to stop.
Amen.
And you know what you're doing, that you knowing that whatever you're doing, you're not stopping and listening to what God is trying to tell you, whether you believe in it or not.
Yeah.
Whatever God you believe in. I believe that God speaks through people, through situations, and through other things that we have on earth. Yeah. So I've been taking the time to just stop, and my wife, thank God for her. She's been helping me.
Shout out to the wife.
She's been helping me do this. To be patient, that's where the patience comes in, and just stop and listen to the universe, man, because it's gonna take you where you need to go. You just have to listen to it,
man.
That's all.
And it's dope you say that, because one of the things that I say in the morning, whether it be in my daily affirmations or just when I'm in prayer, bro, is that I always tell the Most High, man, I'm just guide my footsteps.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna say in 2023 was the first time, bro, I let go. Where I just was like, okay, you know what? I think one of y'all said, taking care of what you can control. Yeah. And I literally let go. Yeah. And everything, this whole podcast, everything has just been coming.
I learned that last year.
Okay.
You don't have control of it, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah. You got control of what you have control of, which is yourself.
Yep.
But as far as opportunities, as far as money, you don't have control of it, man. Yeah. You have to let go and let whoever you believe in take control of that and let the universe play out. Sometimes it's not your time.
That's right.
Yeah, that's real.
It's not. It'll you have to have patience and know and have faith that it will come. Faith is something you can't see. You just feel it.
Yep.
Or you believe it. you just got to wait it out, man. And some things that we don't, you drive yourself crazy, man.
And I'll hop in and say, it's not just to say that you got to just say, okay, I'm going to just toss it up. Because the way I look at it is, I put myself in the rooms for things to happen. I will put my name in the hat for things to happen. But if I don't get that call, it's not because I didn't do what I needed to do. So it's like, keep putting yourself in positions to win. Keep trying for different stuff, but don't overthink it to the point where you like, man, why isn't this happening? Right. You might need to fix something with you. Being a buck and a bean, you could be thinking something is ready for you, and you're not ready for it.
Because if you get it at the wrong time, you'll mess it up
completely up. That's a fact.
Yep. That's why they say timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
It really is.
And I'm telling you, man, like, because it's just for me, like how I look at it is, I am, like I said before, I feel like I'm walking in my purpose, but it's like Deona was just saying, I've been saying yes to things that I would have said no to. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, I've never, kind of like what you were saying, B-Shine, I've never been the social media guy, other than this gentleman behind the camera, like kind of had to tell me, hey, bro, you got to start growing your personal social media and things like that. So that wasn't me before me and him had a conversation. But it's like now this year I vowed to just start saying yes to things that I know I could do. Right. You know what I mean? That I would hinder myself from. And that's what I mean by I kind of just let go. This upcoming year is going to be more of just, let's see what this is about. Like, I just want to see. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, it's out of my control. I may go do something and not be good. But I may do it and be like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that, for me, and one thing I try to tell everybody, because, now that I have the podcast and, I'm, we 4 episodes in, 30-some episodes in. And
congrats.
Man, I appreciate it. Because we almost at a year, right?
That's
about
tough.
Another month or so.
Consistency.
That's consistency.
Yes,
that's the hardest part.
It's the hardest part. And, I harped on it last episode, man. For anybody who want to do a podcast or anything, starting out, this is my, segment where I kind of, towards the end of the show, where it's like, don't be discouraged. If you pay attention to the comments, the likes, and the views, you're going to quit. I can't say that enough. You can't pay attention to it. You just got to control what you can control.
Yeah. Which is your content, which is how you present it, which is being on time with it, and making sure that you're putting out the best product possible. Because if you don't know who watching, dog. Just like we don't know who be listening.
And all it take is one. Yeah. Man, it take that one person to, rock with what you got going on. That one opportunity that Deona was just speaking of, just being somewhere in the right room. Yeah. But you ain't going to be able to do it if you don't put yourself in that space. And
that's what I got to work on too. Yeah. Cause it's been since the past 3 or 4 years, I just kind of just held back a little bit.
Right. And
Jay-Z said that everybody has a genius at something. Mm-hmm. Everybody does. It's up to us to showcase it. Now we got this, everybody's globally connected.
Right.
So now, okay, you ain't feeling me in Belton, but somebody in Tokyo is listening to my mix on SoundCloud.
And that's real. I tell anybody, man, just do it. And this coming from a person who used to be afraid to do it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where I was like, I knew I was, I knew that I could be a personality, if you will. Mm-hmm. But I would always be like, nah, I'm cool. I ain't with all that camera shit. You know what I mean? And, one of my little homies had to tell me, hey, man, this is where we are now.
Yeah.
This content. This is the world we living in now. Yeah. So this my little homie. He kind of had to get me right. Like, hey, big bro, you could go that old school shit if you want.
Yep.
Right.
But it ain't going to get it done. Like
that's what I had to learn from D. For sure.
Yeah.
That's why I'm being older, you cannot cut the youth off.
Okay, talk about it.
You can't. That is so whack.
That goes into the gatekeeping too.
That's so whack. Yeah. They're going to be the flavor, the next flavor that comes after you, and then you sitting here still on your old shit, sounding, looking old, not embracing the new, because the wave that you had, it ain't that wave no more, fam. No. So you got to incorporate some of this new shit into what you doing.
Right.
You have to, man, and it's beautiful because even our older, because in our coaching the rap game, we tend to shun our older rappers. But in a sense, the older rappers be always with all this. Nah, bro, like you gotta
keep up or you'll get left. Simple.
Thank you. I'll say it again, Deona.
It's simple. You gotta keep up or you're gonna get left with certain stuff. And you can be 60, 70.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can still succeed. The age doesn't matter, but it's about what you're open-minded to. Because just like when rap started 50 years ago, you know how many people was like, this is a fad, this ain't nothing, this is trash, and here we are, celebrating 50 years. So it's like, and even, you know, it's always gonna be complaints. Right. You know, we was talking about the generation. I saw on Twitter people was complaining about the vulgarity of music, and I understand. To me, it's always been vulgar.
I say the same
thing. Been more. It's been more accepted now. But I think it was still vulgar back then. I found plenty of songs from the 70s, the 80s, 90s.
The difference is YouTube. That's a total, like,
accessibility.
A lot. Yes, accessibility. No. And videos. A lot, like, all right.
So Nelly swiping that debit card don't count.
No. I'm talking about.
But that was just on Uncut though. But you can only see it on Uncut.
Exactly. But I'm talking about before then. I'm talking
90s, 80s.
I'm talking about early 90s and 80s. Like the Ghetto Boys, they had a song called Ladies First, where they was dogging out Queen Latifah's Ladies First.
Okay.
Ladies First. Who in the fuck came up with that shit? Like, they really went in on them, but there was no music video for that. For a 7-year-old Brian to go watch.
That's crazy.
It was just a tape.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I'm
I
saying?
get that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying, but it's still crazy to me. Like, just because it ain't had no video, we going to act like music wasn't vulgar? I mean,
no. I'm just saying the difference. And I think what older people have is that kids can see it, and
that's real.
They can just go to YouTube right now and type in WAP and see ass shaking.
That's real. That's a good point.
I feel that.
Yeah, but no, the vulgarity has always been there. Yeah. MC Light, I just posted this on.
Was that the thing that just recently?
She talking about grooming a young boy.
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't seen the full story on that. I did see they said that she wrote this song when she was 16, 17, and it just didn't release till she was 20. I don't know the truth behind any of those facts, but I did see
that shit always been there, man. Look, Doggy Style. Come on, bro. I was 8 years old.
But a G thing, bro. What's the name?
Uncle Luke. Damn it!
Like, come on. What we talking about?
Hold on, Millie Jackson. Didn't I show you that when she was going around grabbing people's dicks?
Yeah.
And
hold on, Millie, you was grabbing dicks back in the 80s?
No, we talking about mid 80s. All right,
okay.
Niggas had Jerry curls in the audience.
Yeah. Show you right. You jive turkey. Wait, what decade was that though? I might be in the wrong decade.
That's 70s.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay.
Jive turkey. No,
okay, I was thinking of good times.
But Millie Jackson was like, she was getting popular. Her popularity height was in the 70s. She was the only one who would curse. Like, she was cursing on songs and doing all this other stuff. But in like 1985, 86, she got this song called "Let Me Feel It" or something like that, and she's literally going around Harlem in the Apollo.
That's crazy.
In the Apollo.
Where was the Sandman?
she grabbed her first.
Right, he was probably trying to see what's up. That's it.
In the Apollo, she's going around grabbing their junk. You know what I'm saying? So,
ladies, y'all ain't want the shine.
That's always been there. It's always been there. It has.
That's wild. So it's okay not to agree with it, because I mean some of the songs that's crazy. Like, you acting stuff out. All right, bro, that's kind of wicked. Yeah, you doing too much.
Going back to the gatekeeper, I gotta tell this example. You know, have you seen Elliot Wilson?
I know exactly what you're going. I'm gonna let you do it.
Oh, great.
I seen it.
Yeah,
what's my man with?
Go ahead.
I
say his name. I don't want to mess it up. Kai Sinet.
Go into it.
Okay, so like with that situation. He had Nicki on. This is the Nicki situation, right?
Yep, you know.
He had Nicki on the stream.
On Nicki Mirage.
And shout out to everybody who do what he does as far as streaming, because the dope part about all that is it gives kids a lane to be successful. You don't have to be a rapper, a street nigga, none of that. You can stream, you and your partners playing video games, or you doing crazy, whatever. So he had Nicki on, of course, the stream pop. And you got that old,
Elliot Wilson.
He's an older statesman in the game, and he threw shade.
Yeah.
And, I feel like that's what I was speaking to. Well, Bishon, what you speaking to.
He's basically mocking. He called it
hip-hop
journalism.
Thank you.
He said hip-hop journalism. That's exactly what he said.
The whole point of that, man, was to amplify Nicki in her album, to talk about her in his style.
In his own way.
That's what he do.
Yeah.
And if the eyes go there, they go there. No need to hate on that.
Yeah. And that goes to the point we all said earlier. You don't get with it,
you're going to get left.
You're going to get left.
And get left, man.
It's okay not to like certain things. Be like, I don't really like that. But everybody got their own style of interviewing. You see Funny Marco, he's doing his thing.
Shout out Funny Marco.
Shout out to Marco.
Shout out Funny Marco. Putting on for KC for sure.
Yeah, and some people might be like, I don't like his style. That ain't real journalism. That's how he does what he does. And then at the end of the day, he's doing so well. You got celebrities like Nicki. you know, and other superstars that want to go on the show.
That boy doing 1 million views in a day.
Obviously, they doing something right. So if you want to mock what the young kids is doing, like you said, they're making a lane and they making money.
They're making money.
I ain't never gonna down nobody making their money.
Man.
If you 60, if you 16, if you 85, if you making your money in a you know way you ain't harming nobody.
Yeah.
Right.
Do what you do.
Do what you do.
Just watch my shoes.
Yeah.
That's it.
You understand me? You understand?
I love that song.
Yeah. I think Boosie in town this weekend, ain't it? Oh, he in town today. Boosie in town this week. Anyway, we do. Yeah. You had the thing ready, bro. Nah, you was over there texting. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now, dog.
You was over there texting.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying? Now listen, y'all. You know what I mean? You know, this is the start of season. We'll be on season 4 now.
Congrats. That's what's up. Season 4,
real.
that's lit.
I got real claps.
Yeah, there we go.
I got real claps this time.
Make some noise, y'all. Sexy red voice.
Get you Arsenio Hall claps. You know, he used to do that roof stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, you should get that.
It's a classic.
Put that in my notes. You know what I'm saying? But listen,
take that.
You know, I want to thank y'all for pulling up because, like I said before, this is coming from a person who is a fan of what y'all do.
Big
you know what I
Appreciate
mean? It's an honor to have y'all in the building. You know what I mean? Just with all the things that y'all do in the city. And if you're not familiar, please tap in on what they got going on. These two, they do a ton of charity work. They just had the toy giveaway.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
I just left higher aspirations to come here.
You know what I'm saying? Like the things that they're doing is nothing but genuine, you know, just good deeds. And, you know, and I, you know, I'm inspired because, you know, in today's time, a lot of times negativity is what goes through the roof. And when you genuine,
it bleeds, it leads.
you know what I mean? And when you genuine and you positive, you don't, it start to feel like you don't take off as quick, but man.
But that's real though.
But stay down.
Yeah.
Stay down, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? And if you know, it's a testament to what these two are doing. You know, they got the new morning show. Please tap in. You know what I mean? 2024, I'm sure. If y'all paid attention to what they did in 23, I can only imagine what 2024 is going to be like.
Man, we locked and loaded, baby.
Yeah.
We put your 3D glasses on, cause we coming straight at you.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Sure.
We gonna keep pounding you over and over and over.
I was gonna say pause.
Yeah, I ain't want to do it because the message was so hard.
Yeah, like now you gotta re-say it because I was gonna probably post this one.
Yeah, re-say it because I was gonna do the same thing. Gotta go ahead.
Like, why you pick them words?
I don't know. That's just what it's probably my football in me. But no, for real. We're positive, purposeful, and representing Kansas City culture.
Yeah.
And put your 3D glasses on because we coming straight at you.
Yeah.
And y'all know how John be feeling. You know, I don't even need to give y'all what I give y'all at the end because that energy he just gave y'all is how I come every episode. You know what I'm saying? Deona Hustle said it best. Man, you better get with her, get left behind.
Hello.
You understand what I'm saying? You better tap in with these movements and build these bridges and create these relationships because I'm tying myself to the ones I see from take off to the moon.
But we appreciate you for reaching out to us.
Thank you.
For real. Thank you.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
This is our first podcast as a team. So
and Deona, tell you, soon as they dropped it, I think it was the flyer.
Yep.
They was gonna have what I do. I hit her right in the hey, I need y'all on the podcast.
Right. I'm like, say less.
And
for sure.
So, you know, it's just, you know, everybody who support and everything, you know, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? So, look, I'm going to let these people get up out of here, man, because I'm going to get up out of here. Because, you know, my squad finna play. We play at 4:30. You know what I mean? They got us on the Saturday. You know what I mean? Please.
It's going to be a good-ass game.
We got to have it. We play the Steelers.
Yeah, this is a playoff game.
It's a playoff game. Basically, whoever wins basically is going to
If you win, you're staying in the midst of the tournament.
You
if you lose, you're going to make it hard on yourself.
Got you.
Because you ain't necessarily out, but you make it so hard.
Because they 6, we 7.
Yeah,
they 6, we 7. So a loss will put us right behind Texas. Now, for us, let me do this before we get up out of here. Y'all
can win the South still.
I need to know the parlays. We in Kansas, ain't we?
Yeah,
we are.
I got DraftKings on here.
The Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown or something.
I mean, something like that. You know what I mean? But listen, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. I want to thank these two for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all, matter of fact, before y'all get up out of here, please give y'all social medias before y'all leave.
Mine is Deona Hustle, Deona. Now, you got to spell the hustle right. HUSTLE. You can't spell hustle without STL. You know.
You dig?
Yeah, for sure.
I love this girl. Brian B. Shynin, BRIANBSHY. And I spell it the Ebonics way.
You know
and make sure y'all follow the High 103 Jams page, too.
Please.
For everything Hustle and Shine in the morning.
You know what I'm saying? Then for your boy, you know, make sure y'all follow the boy. You know what I'm saying? I've been growing my little social media. You know what I'm saying?
You been going crazy. Tap in with him, man.
Thank you.
Y'all know how St. Louis get in. We don't do nothing small.
We don't do nothing small.
That's just what it is. Like,
I just love when I have a St. Louis native in here to just say the things that I be wanting to convey. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I can't articulate myself.
I love that.
You know what I mean? This young lady came in here and just put enough St. Louis shit down to last me all season 4. You know what I mean? That's what we do. You know what I mean?
Y'all can keep that fried ravioli though.
You know what I mean? See, that's the shit I be talking about. We was almost out of here.
I'm sorry.
Right, it was cool all day.
I love Budweiser though.
Okay, shout out to Budweiser.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are we coming back, Budweiser? I know we've been in some trouble.
Yeah, it's been some stuff, ain't it?
Yeah, we've been in some trouble. They done fucked the city up. You know.
Do the Clydesdales be running through St. Louis?
Yeah, downtown. It's a staple. Like if you got it, downtown, you always see the Clydesdale horses.
That's
always.
What's up.
The motherfuckers be shitting everywhere though, but
St. Louis Road. Yeah, I had to get that in real quick, man. Has he seen that video?
Probably not.
What video?
We'll show it to you.
Cool.
We'll show it to you after.
See, they got me talking again. Y'all know I'm bad at getting off these episodes. They'll keep me in here for 2 hours if y'all don't stop. I'm gonna keep going. All right, y'all. Thank you. Look, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, tell your auntie. You know what I'm saying, so she could tell your uncle on your daddy's side.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get into the White Castles.
Let's do it before we get up.
We said we need one here.
That's it. She said you better be with her.
I'm gonna talk to Mercury.
Look, the White Castle here, y'all, it was trash. It was.
Is that a y'all thing though?
Nah, it was probably like,
I don't know. It was so before I got here.
So with the people who I talked to say, like they put extra seasoning or something on it on y'all burgers or something.
Oh, okay, on the burgers.
I wouldn't know
White Castle. Y'all's was bland or something.
Bro, it was soggy, nasty.
But
bland.
y'all go to Town Topic.
Facts.
What Town Topic way better than White Castle? Are y'all serious right now?
No, it ain't.
Y'all out of y'all damn mind.
You just sat here and said Town Topic is better than White Castle.
You damn
You're
right.
crazy.
No,
I don't know how I'm gonna see.
You're
crazy. You're crazy.
Fam, when White, I can only speak for Kansas City White Castle, not St. Louis.
He boosy. Look, I'm gonna do some KC like he boosy.
I'm gonna bow out right there.
He boosy, bro.
When it was here, it was trash. So it was one on 31st and it was one in Grandview and Truman Corner, bro. Ain't getting no business.
Y'all had that many and they all gone?
They gone, bruh.
Deona Hustle, I moved up here. Look, let me tell you. Look, and I promise y'all we gonna leave. I'm sitting in the crib one day. I'm like, man, I'm finna give me some White Castle.
No, the hell you ain't.
I put that
better
shit
go
in
to
GPS.
Columbia.
Come on.
Columbia.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I had like at least 2 times that I wanted White Castle that bad. I drove to Columbia.
I used to do that in college.
It's up the street.
Are you serious?
That's up the street.
White
that
Castle's
is not
amazing.
up
a cool
the street.
little trip. Stop at White Castles and go to Trops.
You
get a little.
You know she missed our 70.
Girl, first off, White Castle
stay on
ain't
70.
White Castle ain't like exclusive to St. Louis. Like
it is to us. It is to us.
Don't nobody else rap it like us.
Go get you a Whataburger, man.
I ain't never had that. I haven't had that shit.
Better a million times.
You can't
better
never
White
trust
Castle.
a man that say Town Topic is better
that's
than
girl,
White
please.
Castle. I'm sorry. I was with you the whole show,
yeah,
bro.
You walked yourself into
That's
this,
crazy.
B-Shining, bro.
You
We
could
was
be on
almost
your
out the
own.
door, bro. We was almost gone. B-Shining and say, we gonna do this. And look at them now. You know what I'm saying? No, it don't compete. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Shout out all Town Topic lovers. I know.
Shout out Town Topic.
Y'all be drunk and y'all want to go have y'all little burger.
And that's what I agree. Yeah, for sure. It's very convenient. It's a great location.
Yeah.
Shout out to Town Topic.
Shout out to Town Topic. But
Yep.
I mean, we need that goddamn White Castle up in there.
Hello.
Little Mayor, Deona gonna come holler at you.
Sign them papers.
Sign them papers, man. Look, B-Shining gonna back it.
Bring us a rallies before you bring us a White Castle.
No, we got
please.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that's something that we do miss.
Didn't y'all have like checkers?
We had checkers.
Oh, yeah, it was called Checkers up
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, you know that's the same thing.
Yeah.
But man, boy, did we miss that, man.
Man, because they got the best fries.
Yeah,
Ain't no way.
fries
big
fire.
facts.
Ain't no, all right, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, my people behind,
My bad,
they starting
man.
to give me that look now. You know what I mean?
They ready
All
to
right,
go
y'all.
home.
Look, we're gonna holler at y'all next episode. We got a big guest coming in next week. Make sure y'all tap in. Like, subscribe, share, and we out.